Absolutely.
Hmm? Oh my God.
Today, that's interesting.
Why today is different day for you?
Cause, no, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah. I have got no an ultimate answer for that subject.
Really?
Right? I just feel good.
You feel good
And
and
not-
uplifted. Do you know this word uplifted?
No, I don't know.
Do you know? Uplifted, like motivated, happy, energetic, maybe. All positivity.
Yeah,
Are inside you.
maybe. How can I say? Sometimes my brain is full with different subjects.
Absolutely.
And
Those
they are-
subjects make you tired.
And they are running or fighting in one night.
Specifically at night, when you want to sleep.
Yes, of course.
Ideas come.
No, last night I couldn't sleep. I went my bed at 12 o'clock, slept at, it was I think 1 o'clock,
Mhm.
and I woke up at 2 o'clock.
Abruptly.
Yeah.
Suddenly.
And I'm, how can I say? I am sleeping near on one side of my bed, and then I am going the other side of my bed. And it was maybe, as far as I remember, it was 4 o'clock. in the
4
morning.
o'clock, yeah.
I slept, and at 7 o'clock I woke up.
You must. Obligation.
Yeah. But in company, I left some ideas in home. In my opinion, I left them in the home while I was going out, so I feel peaceful and relaxed.
I see.
Because yeah, maybe we should live at the moment, and as long as honestly think about problems or the other subjects, it gets us tired, feel tired.
Absolutely. It requires cognitive ability, those cognitive abilities that you want to have require like challenges and efforts and energy. So sometimes you play chess and then you see, oh my God, if you're a professional chess player, after a couple of rounds, let's say, you feel tired, mentally. You have a terrible headache, which means that your brain is working so hard, like a big CPU of computer. That's why. How about you? You feel good? No? School problems or teenage problem? All of problems, all together. All of the problems in your mind, in your brain, like somewhere inside your brain are dancing.
Yeah.
See. Good. Welcome to the reality. And
But this is the past years of maybe
absolutely.
her life.
Yeah.
When I passed and
Yeah, really?
got how can I say? When I got older, an older man, I realized that
Yeah.
my high school
Years
were my best
years of my life.
because I just need to think about my lessons.
Yeah.
That's all.
For me, university was the best.
No, I
For
did-
me.
I did that because
In high school, only the last year, 12th grade only. The rest of the years, no. Kind of nightmare for me.
Well, so,
I wasn't a good student actually.
I was not a good student too.
I didn't like mathematics, chemistry. I mean, kind of obligation we had to just pass them. My favorite was only English. I was a kind of teacher assistant as a high school student. The English teacher, used to use me inside the class. Really, it's a real story, to help him teach or assist him. Sometimes, for example, he used to say, okay, you can read the reading passage to the students, or a pronunciation or some spelling, this kind of stuff. I was really happy helping because through teaching you can learn. The best way of learning something is to teach it. Really. If you teach something, you will learn. Why? Because you cannot teach something that you don't know.
And maybe you can learn the taste of the subjects while you are teaching it. Because
Repetition, you're repeating the
repetition,
subjects that
the students may ask you different
Silly questions.
questions. Yani, for example, maybe you don't think about this question or this subject or this detail, but someone see it and
Yeah.
asks a question.
That's cool. That's cool.
And when I was in high school, I just used to love social lessons, and I was very good on
History, philosophy, literature.
yeah. My philosophy teacher said that, Serkan, let's prepare you for, how can I say,
Competition? School competitions.
no, Turkey's competition.
Turkey competition.
Maybe we prepare you 3 or maybe 5, I don't know. And let's go
How
together.
old were you?
I was maybe 15, 15 or
14.
16 as far as I remember. I said no,
Like your age.
because I couldn't trust myself. But I
So-
used to read lots of books when I was in high school, and I used to speak about these books with my teachers.
That's amazing.
For example, with my philosophy teachers.
But not anymore. As far as I just push you to ask good questions, and you're not, teacher, I'm tired, I cannot.
Because my friends didn't like philosophy, etc. or literature. I always loved it.
That's amazing.
Maybe I choose a wrong, how can I say, chapter for my job. I'm an engineer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good job, but maybe it is not according to my
Interest or
interest. I understood this when I passed 13 years.
Really?
Yeah. So I still love reading
That's amazing.
because it is an interesting subject to learn an unknown or interesting events, interesting civilizations, or interesting ideas.
What about archaeology?
Archaeology, I just
Because in archaeology we have philosophy, we have history, we have literature and culture.
for
Correct?
example, when I see something about ancient civilizations,
Yeah.
I just try to read it. For
Mm.
example, we know pyramids in Egypt
Pyramids,
or
yes.
Stone Age in England.
Yeah.
Or we have got somewhere named Göbekli Tepe, and it is older than
Older
them.
than those. Okay.
For example, how can I say?
Where is it?
In Şanlıurfa. It is approximately 12,000 years.
12,000
Yeah.
years?
That's
Really?
unbelievable. Göbekli Tepe, and it is.
Is that a kind of building? What is it?
How can I say? No, it is not a building, but people has shaped stones like a T.
Okay, T-shape.
T-shape, and they dig pictures of animals on it, on them, and they are not little stones. Maybe one of them is 1,000 kilograms, maybe 2,000 kilograms. I don't know, and there are lots of stones like this.
That's interesting.
That is above all interesting. Yeah, I can't explain it when I first learned it.
Did you go to visit that place?
No.
Just pictures or videos?
Yeah. Because and it is unknown who made these stones.
Of course unknown, like 12,000 years ago.
12,000 years ago, and there is
Right.
no any writing.
Like before Adam and Eve maybe.
What?
Before Adam and Eve, Adam ve Havva.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it is a story. I don't interested. Maybe
Of course, that is a different story. I say, I think their age is like maximum 5 or 6 thousand years ago.
but
Like before them, there were some other type of human,
no,
like human.
no, I don't. That is
Milattan önce diyor.
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It is before Christ,
Yes.
and maybe that is the first. How can I say placement of human in the world? Maybe
Maybe.
it is older than pyramids. Pyramids are six. No, I don't know how.
I
5 or
don't-
6,000. Or Stone Age, maybe it is 5 or 6, but it's 12,000. And
How could people believe that or find out that the how can I say the period of that area is like 12,000? How can you say that?
they are using some types of tests. There are a few, I think, test methods, and they can find they can learn their age from it.
Yes.
And
The same scenario goes for dinosaurs. Dinosaurs like million years ago, but they just predict that they're, for example, this type of dinosaur is like for 12,000 million years ago, maybe, I don't know, something like that. Go ahead.
Like a skeleton.
Skeleton, yes. Maybe.
There is a method. It is carbon 14, but it is how can I say? You can learn the age of the something if it is
Fossilized.
no 50,000 years. If it is older than 50,000 years, it is not useful. Carbon. There is one more method, but I couldn't remember. No, and then it is found. It was found different hills like Göbektepe in East Anatolia, and they are being waited to be digged by people. Yeah, that's, and I don't know why people built these stones.
What is the reason? What was
Why?
that?
We don't
Ritual, maybe a kind of ritual, maybe.
No, we don't know, and it is said that people used this area maybe 1,000 or 2,000 years. It has been used. That's a long time for humanhood. Because
Used for what?
we don't know the reason. And who built this?
We definitely needed technology like 5 or 6 thousand years ago to film, record, with cameras, so that today we could watch them.
And
Really, on YouTube.
that is a mysterious subject for us.
Absolutely.
And if the other hills if the other hill is digged by scientists, maybe we will learn different truth about it.
Absolutely.
But it is unknown. It is just a secret and mystery.
Mystery, yes. Yeah. Nice. I can see, from your way of speaking, you are really into this archaeological thing or history or philosophy. I can see it from your tone and the way that you are really explaining these topics really proudly. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Because knowledge is, how can I say?
So sweet.
Yeah.
If you're knowledgeable, you feel.
As long as I learn something, it's not enough for me.
Exactly. You're hungry for learning.
And if I don't be hungry for learning, we can't develop ourselves.
Absolutely. Yeah. Adults are hungry for learning. Teenagers are tired of learning. It's enough. Every day.
And if I had been a high school student, I would choose a social chapter for my university.
Social science.
Social science.
For example, what? Can you be specific?
No, maybe law, maybe sociology.
Sociology.
Because it includes philosophy or another subjects.
Generally, social sciences are intermingled with each other. They require the existence of the other
And I love
aspects.
and I love reading and learning new things or new knowledge. Maybe I would be a teacher in university. I don't know.
Possible.
Because I like Islamic and different books or different writers or how can I say different how can I say
Ideas, imaginations.
yeah, they are interesting. And because when I read some article about something, I enter the mind of its writer, and you can have a trip in his or her mind.
Journey, I see. That's cool. You're feeling the writer's feeling.
Yeah.
That's
For
amazing.
example, I am reading poems and I feel his pain. I definitely feel his pain, and I say, my friends, that's a great poem,
Incredible.
incredible, and it is maybe it is the best poem in Turkish literature. My friends say, read this and say, oh no,
Yeah.
but I feel
You can feel it.
because I know that he was in prison and he stayed there for years and wrote this poem there.
Of course, the environment
She
can.
lived this moment.
Yes, of course.
Your environment, I told you before, our environment really affects on who we are or how we think or how we behave. So if you're imagine not just in a prison, imagine the writer was a soldier in the middle of a war, and the writer tries to write something. So, I mean, the war itself can affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Which is, I'm not surprised about it. But
Yeah.
a good thing is you can feel the writer, which is amazing. You can
You know-
communicate with the writer.
Yeah. For example, I am speaking about Sabahattin Ali. You know him? Maybe
No.
you did.
No.
The Nazım Hikmet, have you heard?
Yes, of course.
He's a good poet for us. Maybe if Sabahattin Ali hadn't been killed at the age of his maybe 40 years, I'm not sure about, maybe he would be like Nazım Hikmet. Because he has got this capacity.
Unfortunately, life is not fair.
But he's
Life
there.
is not fair, really. Life treats unfair to us because we have different definition of fairness personally. That's why. If somebody said, what is fairness? What is fair? Everybody could have a different explanation of that. We don't have any unique way of explanation. So I'm not surprised. What are you interested in high school subjects?
Language.
Yeah, I remember.
So that I select language.
If you are-
department.
Sorry?
I am interested in language, so that I
Selected language department.
Yeah.
Linguistics.
Yeah.
That is amazing. I mean, why don't you think of continuing this academically rather than being a kind of flight attendant?
This is my dreams, to be a flight attendant dream. I don't know. I like learn language. But
Do you think that maybe in the future you would change your mind, or no? You're so determined.
This can be.
Can be
Yeah,
changed.
can be. I think when I finish my high school, I think more time. But now I'm angry because I wanna be a flight attendant.
You're angry?
I'm sure.
Are you sure? Cool. What is your recommendation as a?
I missed it. What?
He wants to be a flight attendant,
Flight attendant?
cabin crew.
Ah, maybe if she will be happy about having this job, no problem.
What is the reason that you chose, to be a flight attendant? Is there any specific reason?
I wanted something else.
Yeah.
She will have.
Good salary.
No, it is not about just salary. And she will have free trips in the world.
It seems to be like that, but I disagree. Personally, I disagree.
Why?
Only pilot is having a trip, not the flight attendant. Only pilot can see. Flight attendant cannot see anything.
Really?
Really? They are inside the plane. What do you see inside the plane?
Maybe, but they're not always flying. Maybe staying 1 or 2 days in the city, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is true. But you have to be so young. At younger age, in my opinion, you have to be so young in order to have energy. Because whatever job that you have, you would definitely be tired. There is no easy job. Impossible. You cannot find an easy job. All of jobs are difficult and tiring. Okay? So you would definitely get tired. Everybody is tired. Now, out of this tiredness, how much can you spend time to enjoy and explore and discover the new city? I think of myself, if I am so young, yeah, it could be ideal. But if you get older, no. Why? You say why? Very easy, a kind of live example can be in Istanbul. In Istanbul, look at people. Regardless of their ages, young or old, generally, the system just milks people, milking people, milking their energy. Only generally 1 day is off. Sunday, let's say. On Sunday, people just want to sleep, just want to stay home. They don't have motivation to go out. Why? Because they are drained, they are burnt out throughout the week. That is my feeling and imagination. Being a flight attendant, yeah, of course, it looks cool, it is respected, it is again cool, because they have really nice uniforms generally. Always they are happy. Hello, yes, inside is burning, but hello, thank you. You're welcome to Turkey, welcome to this, welcome to there, yes, what do you want to eat? Okay, I will kill you. Inside. But yeah, if you're so young and tiredness cannot defeat you, definitely be a flight attendant. But for myself, I cannot think about it forever. Really.
What's your recommendation?
My-
You know me approximately 1 year, and I can.
As I said, it is so difficult to give make a recommendation to teenagers, regardless of their, personality or whatnot. Because being a teenager, thinking of myself, teenager means he or she hasn't found a kind of concrete character yet. Okay? Which doesn't mean that the teenager is impolite. No, it is not. There's nothing to do with being polite or impolite. No, the character hasn't shaped completely, which means there's a chance to change it. There's a chance to reshape it, to update it. So I cannot recommend, really. I can only listen to what your idea is. What is your recommendation? Can you recommend?
Uh, recommendation. Yes, I can recommend, but it is just include my experiences.
Absolutely. The same scenario for
Yeah,
me.
maybe she has got a different situation
Yeah,
or
yeah.
different chance.
Absolutely. That is correct. That is correct. You know, how can I say? The point is, uh, you have to know what you want, and you have to know your capacity. If you cannot know your capacity, the minimum your family should know. Your mother definitely knows, I think. And then your teachers, school teachers. Because you see your school teachers more than your parents, apparently. So, you, and also you yourself, you should know, you should not lie to yourself. You should, everybody has a specific capacity. We have to accept it. Imagine I am a short person. I'm short, okay. So what can I do for that? Nothing. But we just judge ourselves. We just punish ourselves, blame ourselves, compare, which is totally a poisonous thing. This is not good. You must know your capacity, your talent, and your likes and dislikes. In Iran, recently, for kids, specifically for kindergarten kids, students, whatnot, they try to find out, discover kids' artistic talents, maybe. So they are basically, imagine there's a music teacher, maybe the same scenario here, I don't know. I don't have any kid. The music teacher just tries to teach the kid very basic musical thing of different musical instruments for a couple of weeks or months. For example, a little bit piano, a little bit guitar, a little bit, for example, flute or different things. And then analyzes that this kid has musical talent or not. If yes, which one is the best for that kid? Okay? Why? Because this is cool. Because the teacher is not sure of the kid's talent. The teacher tries to discover it. This is only one of the talents. It is not, art is not just music. Art can be lots of things. So, of course, we are talking about the artistic approach. There are lots of things. What about the business approach? What about the communication approach, communicative approach? What about some other lessons? You have to know it so far already, in my opinion, because you're a high school student. You are not just an elementary or kindergarten student. You should know your capacity and accept it. Try to improve that capacity.
Their teacher know their capacity, and maybe they should be a guide for them.
Who? The teacher?
Yeah.
Who is listening? They do not listen. Parents do not listen. I told this before. The biggest problem of Turkish education system right now, I don't know about the past, the biggest problem of, in my opinion, Turkish education system is it is not student-centered, it is parent-centered. As if parents are students. This is incorrect. Student-centered, it has different definition. Sorry. They have that? Really? Going out. I thought the door left open. Anyway, they're happy, no problem. Don't ruin it. You must know the capacity. Student center means students are on the spot. Students are responsible, not parents. Here, parents. Whatever parents say.
Not just here, teacher.
Where?
Our country too.
Not all. Your country.
Yeah. For example, my mom is
Your mom is?
is very overprotected and every
No, being overprotected protective is
everything she
okay.
wanna
It's normal.
wanna know, yeah, everything, yeah. How can I
That is deep.
explain?
No, I am not talking about. I talk about the education system. Those are parenting system. I cannot interfere with that. I mean, your mom is your parent and she knows what to do. Okay, from your perspective, she is a little bit more overprotective. That is different too. I talk about education. Education system is really important, but not in Middle East. Really, it is not important. We think that it is important. It is not. It is not. Really. Because we are not producing. Because we are not improving. We are not solving any problem. So what is that education system for? You're an engineer. You can say that. Talking about Turkey. Can Turkey produce?
Produce what?
Generally produce something. I mean, in a high standard level. Yes or no?
No, it's not yet high.
It is not that much. There are lots of problems in the country. Can education system solve the problem? What does it mean? Education system should be strong enough to train experts for the future. Train experts for the future. Engineers, doctors, lawyers, teachers, anybody, artists, anybody. So that these people are going to solve the future problem of Turkey. Do you believe? Yes or no? Another point. So no solution, no solving, no producing. So it means that education system is not important. In my perspective, from my perspective.
Yeah, that's a big problem for us. And when I was in high school, we used to speak about, or we used to hear about this problem. And now it is the same.
Nobody cares for that, unfortunately. Nobody cares. So what do I mean by that? I want to say, Americans, I mentioned earlier, Americans always say, we learn to earn. I love this. Why do you want to go to school? Why do you want to go to university? You want to learn an expertise to become an expert. Why? Because you want to earn money out of it. But the point here is, can university help you earn that desired amount of money? Yes or no? Big question. I say this for myself. Maybe you can listen to that, maybe not.
Maybe for that they are so creative. For example,
who are you talking about?
Americans.
Yeah. Okay.
For example, Germans are good engineers.
Yeah, absolutely. Mechanical things.
Mechanical things, but Americans are more creative.
Creative, yes.
And they have biggest
companies in the world. Do you know why? Do you know why? What? Yes, education and
they have got how can I say, free. They are not. Their education is not placing them into, how can I say? For example, Turkish education system is producing the same people by one.
Exactly.
But American system is not.
Constantly changing. Constantly, yes.
They are choosing
trial and error method.
They are finding or creating the more creative students.
Absolutely.
Even if he doesn't finish his, what can I say, course.
Yeah.
That's, for example, the founder of the Facebook.
Yeah.
Or Google.
Yeah. Yes.
They are not afraid to try something new.
Absolutely. You're right. One more thing that I think it could be correct is they pay too much attention to details. That's why. That's why they are creative. If you pay too much attention to details, you can be creative. How? I mean, my opinion, if in a country there are, small problems, it means that the country only small problems for us from our perspective. It means that the country is very improved and developed. For example, I mentioned this million times. Imagine you desire a kind of society which is peaceful, no noise, no nothing. You want peace. Imagine the whole country, people want peace. Now, let me explain this way. Imagine here, Middle Eastern country, okay? If somebody is out and just on the street does this, only this, does that bother you? I don't think so. It doesn't bother. Why? Because we don't consider this sound as a problem. We don't consider that. That is not a problem. Maybe that is a problem, but that is very small problem, which is okay. We don't pay attention to. But that small problem in that specific country, in which people are looking for peace, is a big problem. It's a really big problem. That small, this action, whatever, can consider as a really big problem. This is just an example that I mentioned, which means that our small problems are their biggest problems. Our really biggest problems are their nightmares. Which means that they have already gone through the way that we are on right now. So the point here is, I don't know, you have to think and you have to sit and think that whether university can university really save you or not, because you're going to minimum spend like 4 or 5 years, and then what?
My daddy says that too. They said the university diploma now is not more important.
Absolutely.
The people, the boss want knowledge, want experiment, not
Experience.
Experience, exactly. They look at diploma and say, yeah, you finish, but what is your reason? Why you come here? Why I select you by not you?
Exactly. You have to explain.
Yeah. Have you have something special or not? What is?
Yeah. How can you help us?
Yeah.
They want to know. So these are really important thing, but I think the worst one is assuming that there's only one way. Whether you like it or not, you have to follow that way. I think that is not good. There is not only one way. We think that there is only one way. Like only university is the only solution. No, it is not. You should find out what to do. You should understand, you should discover your talents, your abilities, your capabilities.
We can see lots of university, we can see lots of people who graduated from university on the streets.
Absolutely.
Maybe it was important to graduate from university maybe 30, 20 or 25, maybe 30 years ago.
Yeah.
No, there are lots of engineers, lots of
pretentious engineers. Everybody is pretentious, you know?
If you shake your hand, of course you crash an engineer. So I'm sure about this.
Really.
Because there are lots of universities Turkey doesn't need so much university.
Absolutely, yeah. Another problem.
For example,
Problem into problem. Problem into problem.
there are lots of special universities in Istanbul, in Turkey. They are useless universities. in my opinion. Because someone buys an apartment and he opens an university. No laboratory, no teacher maybe.
Nothing.
School. Like a shop.
So, to sum it up, you have to think and accept yourself. You should face with yourself, with your real self, and see what your talents, skills are, and try to improve your talents or skills
Because
if you have.
you are not only choosing a job,
Yeah.
but also a lifestyle.
A lifestyle, absolutely, yeah.
That is so important for you.
Which means all of jobs are respected somehow, but it depends on you whether the job that you are going to do will make you happy or not. This is the only thing that I can tell. Yeah, good. Take care of yourselves.
Same to you too.
Thank you. See you. Bye bye.
See you.
Good night.